Okay, welcome back. I wanted to just have a quick refresher on the use of Qualtrics for your survey assignment. So the first thing you want to do is type wku.qualtrics.com, and that will lead you to the login page for Western. If you've already done this in class, which I think most of you have, then you're just going to use your email address, your Western email address, and the password associated with that. If not, you'll click down here on Create an Account, and that'll ask you for your email address. That'll need to be your Western email address, and then the password you use to get into your Western email account. So I already have that, so I'm going to go ahead and type that in here and put in my password, and that should take me to the Qualtrics page. It'll look something like this. I've developed surveys before, so I have a list, and I can go down here and choose the folder that has the survey maybe I want to refer back to or I've just created. Most of you will be starting with a clean slate, so you'll want to go over to the Create Survey tab and click on that, and we'll want to do a quick survey builder, and I'm just going to call this Research Test Survey, and I'll hit Create Survey, and then you'll get a page that looks like this, pretty much blank. You can copy items from other surveys, but in this case I think you're probably going to want to create a new item. So if you'll click on Add, Create a New Item, it will give you this box, and then this is where you type in the question text. These are the responses that you're looking for from the people you're surveying. If you don't want a multiple choice, you go over to this green box and you click the down arrow, and you'll see that you've got a lot of different options. For example, you can text entry. If you go over to the pull down, it can be a single line, it can be an essay box, it can be a form, you can have multiple choice, there are sliders, you can rank things. So just a lot of different ways that you can get responses from the people you're surveying. In this case, I'm just going to start with an essay form. A form, which will allow me to ask a number of fill-in-the-blank questions of a respondent. For example, like what their first name is, what their last name is, another, I might ask them their phone number. Obviously, these are not necessarily questions you need to ask in your survey. If I hit return, it gives me an automatic field. If I don't want that, I can go over here where it says form fields, and you'll see it says 4. If I hit minus, it will take that one away. So you can add as many form fields as you want. So you get the idea about that. Let's say I want to ask another question, so I create that. This is going to be a multiple choice question. So my question is, select your gender. And you'll notice when I do that, it recognizes gender and automatically chooses those responses for me. You'll notice over here it's got automatic choices and it's checked. But there's a number, besides gender, there's a number of different responses. You'll notice like slow to fast, very slow, slow, somewhat slow. You've got 7 responses, 5 responses, 2 responses, as in yes or no or true or false. So you've got all those different options available to you as automatic responses. Let's say I want to create another item that has more than 2. For example, I might say select your favorite ice cream, and you can go down here and your choice could be vanilla, chocolate, or maybe you like strawberry. so there are your choices, your multiple choices. You could also, there's a number of different ways that you can do multiple choices. For example, you can go in and let's say we want to select more than one choice. Let's say select your favorite color. Instead of having radio buttons to click, you could go over here to your multiple choice and say that you want to have a drop-down list. So if I click drop-down list, click here to edit choices, I could put black, hit my tab, white, red. So I'm going to have to add choices, red, yellow, brown, green. That's probably enough choices. So if I do that and then I click off of that question, I go back, you'll notice now I have a drop-down box that allows me to pick one of those. The advantage to having a drop-down box, say instead of a fill-in-the-blank, is that you can have the correct spelling, there's no typos. Then when you put it into an Excel sheet, if you wanted to filter by a particular thing, they would all the responses would be the same, rather than leaving somebody out if they happen to have a typo or something. I'm going to show you one more thing. Let's say we want to create an item. Select the rooms choose, or let's say select each response that applies to your situation. And that might be, let's say, choose the rooms in your house. So let's say you have a question and they could maybe be more than one correct answer for that. So you would want to go over here to your multiple choice, and you would want to have multiple answer in, I'm just going to go vertical. And so you might have bedroom 1, bedroom 2, kitchen, living room, dining room, and you get the idea. So when you, instead of the circle buttons, the radio buttons, you can choose each one of those. Once you get your survey to where you're comfortable with it and you think you want to go ahead and let people be able to take the survey, you can go to preview your survey, and it will pull it up for you, and you can go ahead and actually take it. So like I could fill in my different boxes, and the number of rooms in my house. It gives you an idea. But you can select all of those, and then you hit the submit button, and you get a thank you message. Okay? You can click here to start over, or you can just go back to your survey. Once the survey is complete and it displays the way you want it to, then you want to distribute your survey. So you go to Distribute Survey tab, activate your survey to collect responses, and that is the link that you would copy and paste either in an email or in this case on our Blackboard discussion board. You can post that for others to take the survey. Once the survey is done, or once people have taken your survey, you can go back and you can view results. And you'll notice that I just had my response here. You can click on it individually. You can go to download data, which is what I would suggest you do. I would get answers as labels so that if there's a text response, you can get that. Decimal format delimiter, I'm going to go to comma. You don't want it to zip as a download. I'm going to download it now. I want to download it as an Excel file, so I click on that, and export is completed. Asks me to open it with Microsoft Excel, and then you can see that there are the responses to my questions in Excel for you to be able to use to create your table for the next assignment. So hopefully that will get you started on this assignment. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call or email me, and I will help you work through any problems you might have. Good luck.